My true experience with a palm reader. This took place in the Bronx, NY circa 2005. I was 14 years old experimenting with voodoo, spells, and goth lifestyle. I was with my best friend Carolina at the time. She had this goth-looking male friend. He was about 6'2", long dark hair, dark clothes, he was white or Puerto Rican, etc. Carolina introduced me to him and asked him if he actually reads palms. He replied yes, and he will do it for free since we were in the friend group. He gets to Carolina. He tells her that she will have kids and live a happy life. She asks him silly questions like, "Will I be beautiful and skinny?" He replied yes, very beautiful and skinny. He then stops and tells her that he also sees her father cheating on his mother and that this will create some serious issues for the family. We both laughed and said, "Wow, this is messed up. Since we were so young, we found everything funny that had to do with relationships." He gets to me and has a very hard time reading me. He literally just told me that I will be having a hard time finishing college in the future. Well, that was true. I dropped out my third year, but that wasn't a huge issue for me as I have a great job. I am a spiritual person. I think I have a shield, and these things to me appear to be more on the demonic side of spirituality. 2 months after this reading, Carolina's dad was murdered by the husband of his mistress. He was a truck driver and had a whole relationship with this other woman in another state. The husband found them at this bar, attacked Carolina's father, and he ended up getting knocked out so hard he suffered brain damage from the fall. At that moment when I heard the news, I had a flashback on that reading he gave her and how random it was for him to mention it. I swear the whole thing gave me chills. I had told Carolina this and she told me she didn't remember that. I feel like the shock really messed her up, so I did not bring it up again. After this, she began to experiment with heavy drug use and alcohol. She had ran away from home and was living with this man in his 20s, who went by EJ. He lived in an abandoned basement. I remember going to see them, and he had it set up with a bed and everything. It was always so creepy and eerie to me visiting Carolina. I tried to support her as her best friend because I was also dealing with the death of my mother in 2004. After my last visit, I had a dream about Carolina's dad. He was in their kitchen exactly how I remembered it. He was cooking breakfast, and I was about to get something from the fridge. I pretty much was treated like one of their kids. He turned to me and said, "Please go get Carolina. She needs to come back home to eat." In my dream, Carolina was outside playing with our other friends, the park we usually went to across the street from her house. I woke up, showered, and ran over to her house and asked her mom to follow me. I knew where Carolina was. I didn't know Carolina was missing for 2 weeks. I don't even recall asking Carolina if she went home every night when hanging out with her creepy boyfriend. Her mother called the cops and had them meet us at her house. We rode in the cop car to her location, and Carolina was right there. She was taken away, and that was the last time I saw her. Until we turned 18, I ran into her randomly and gave each other the biggest hug and cried. She told me I'd saved her life, and she isn't mad at me for telling on her. We were best friends again until age 22. She had gotten a boyfriend and had a child, as predicted, and we parted ways. I will always remember her and know I was in her life for a reason, although she may not realize it.